We have brother against brother, and now the enemy of my enemy. El Cid 2.
How do I know so much of my Cid, Rodrigo Diaz? I am Jimena of Asturias, and I am the Doña of this castle. Rodrigo and I were married in Castile in 1075. Those were among the happiest days of my life. At least when my husband was not being sent to do battle against the Moors. Far to the east, in the Holy Land, they speak of only one Muslim expansion, that of the Seljuk Turks. But here, in Spain, we speak of another, the Moors. The Moors ruled southern Spain for so long that Christian and Muslim often lived side by side with little animosity. Such was the case in the city of Toledo, which was in Moorish lands, but inhabited by Christians.
Remember Tariq 2? That was us.
A political assassination had plunged the city of Toledo into civil war. Seeing a chance to expand his empire, King Alfonso struck at Toledo under the pretense of restoring order. He ordered the Cid to command the army, though one must wonder if once again he was intentionally putting the Cid in harm's way.
Who knows? El Cid must survive. Hopefully we can manage that. Castle Age Population of 100 once again. Search for guidance from a Moorish holy man living on the lake. And battering rams. Yeah. So we have a small force. We actually have a large force. We're fighting against the Spanish rebels and the Moorish rebels, who are Spanish and Saracens respectively. And Toledo's just kind of hanging around. Infantry, knights, and rams, archers, cavalry, and mangonels, monks and stuff. Toledo has strong. No, the gates are open to us. Actually, the castles we need to take down, but whatever. There are other Moors nearby, Motamed and the Imam, and both are our friendos. Yeah, this is a pretty nice sized army.
My Cid, you must help us. Rebels are tearing our city apart. Search for the Imam. He will know what
The
to do.
Imam.
He fled to the lake to the east.
Okay, oops. So here's the game plan. Unlike those silly infinite unit spam scenarios, this one has economies for your enemies, and not only do they have economies, but like the city of Toledo is housed, Toledo itself has the civilian buildings, and then all the enemies have their military buildings inside Toledo. Right, let's say hi to Motamed. Hi, Motamed.
This is our well, my Cid. Though you may drink of it if you wish. I am Mutamid of the Moors. If it is true that you have come to restore order to Toledo, then you have my gratitude. My Cid, if you wish to build castles where you need plenty of stone, my scouts have located a large quarry to the southeast that may be of interest to you. My Cid, if you are in need of food, might I suggest fishing from the lake?
And we'll do that. Here's the
Welcome,
Imam.
my Cid. I was forced to flee Toledo due to the open rebellion in the streets. I tried to calm the Spaniards and Moors, but they would not listen. The rebel leaders have
Maybe it's
now
because you have that
the relics
goofy,
they have stolen from
goofy
churches and
beard.
mosques. If you could recover all 4 of the relics and bring them to me, I believe I could quell the rebellion.
Okay. So, as I was getting to, well, actually, let's go build a dock over here. The enemies have their economies outside the city, so we're gonna go ahead and raid that, because we can do that in this scenario campaign. Feels good, man. No infinite unit spam. Let's just, use our scouts to scout. Your gold is kind of far away, or like strangely far away. It's actually not in harm's way at all. It's just far for some reason. You can see our enemy scores aren't too high, so we shouldn't have that much of an issue. taking them down, especially if we're away from their production buildings. Kind of gathered the sheep a little on the late side, though. That was my bad. Love how they give us Spanish archers. So useful. Anyway, the Moorish base is to the east, and we're attacking that first because, one, it's much less defended, and two, if you saw what Mohammed said, there's some stone over here that we can take, which would be pretty nifty. Don't attack the mill, please attack the town center. That way we can effectively just cripple their economies right away. If you want to go for the Spanish first, they're like over here, on the other side of Toledo, but they have a bunch of towers and stuff. I actually don't think you can slip by them without having to like, go under their castle or something. Anyway, that should have more or less completely crippled the green. Feels good, man. Oh. This is why we leave some units around. Pick off any stragglers. Anyway, now we're going to go ahead and enter Toledo. And now we're going to go ahead and enter Toledo. Yeah, you can see the gates are friendly to us because the Toledo civilians are our allies. And now we're just going to start working away at production buildings. Like I said, I can't really go after the Spanish because they have a bunch of guard towers. And fortified walls and stuff. They also have some cavaliers too. Yep. That's mildly annoying. Forgot about these guys making a bajillion monks. Let's go with 4 fishing ships, multiplayer style. I'm not sure if this is on purpose or not, but the AI always do a really good job of converting the high HP monks, or, you know, converting the high HP versions of whatever unit. Like, I don't know if that's, like, intentional or not, but if it is, that's really, really cool. It makes the AI smarter. So we don't have all the, the greatest amounts of food in the world, but, we have enough to get us started. Anyway, these guys should, more or less just be focused on killing production. What I will do, send some villagers down over this way. That was lucky for us. Get some monasteries, start getting some relics. I mean, we need to eventually bring the relics to the Imam, but until we have all of them, we might as well just take them for our own. So there's one in each of these monasteries. There is one over here, and there's one down here. But you guys will see for yourselves.
Construir. Sí. Construir. Servidora. Construir. Construir.
It's getting something. What was it getting? Oh yeah, guild knights.
Presta. Construir.
I mean, you can go for conquistadors and do that whole thing, but again, in this scenario, monks, siege, knights are more likely to be more useful. Oh, I do need more houses. I should also start going over to gold.
Sí. Construir.
Servidor. Degrado. Construir.
Is that green? That is green. You're not allowed to have any villagers left.
Degrado.
Oh, and you're getting stuck. That's great.
Guerra. Presto. Ahora. Construir.
Mande. Voy. Talar. Servidora. Presta. Construir.
And you can see how much it's helped out that we've been able to, you know, raid green so early on and deal such a blow.
Servidor. Construir.
Sí.
Sí. Platme. Servidor.
Mande. Degrado. Construir. Servidora. Construir. Presta. Construir.
I'll get around 50-something villagers. It's usually what I do for 100 pop.
Mande.
Servidora.
Thereabouts.
Presto. Construir. Sí. A ello.
Awesome. Oh, whoops. Mining camps might be nice.
Construir.
Controversial opinion.
Construir.
Mande.
Presto. Voy.
Those heavy camels? Oh, that's a camel archer.
Servidor. Construir.
Mande. Talar. Sí.
Actually,
Mande.
green's not going to be training any more units.
Mande. Sí.
So let's just convert those stables once we get redemption.
Servidora.
Sí. Mande.
Anyway, grab that relic.
Presto.
Oops.
Sí. Presto.
And move along.
Sí. Presto. Agora.
Sí. Presto. Servidor.
Presta.
Sí. Degrado. Construir.
I guess I could
Mande.
have these guys like mine stone or something.
Sí. Degrado. Servidor.
I don't know. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why aren't you trying to convert me? That's weird.
Mande.
And a lucky break.
Mande.
Sí. Degrado.
Anyway, let's pick up these stables.
Presto. Agora.
Watch them have like researched heresy.
Construir. Sí. Agora. Degrado. Mande. Degrado. Santiago.
Yeah. Orange mostly just makes swordsmen and cavalry. Oh, and they have this big ol' castle.
Degrado. Guerra.
Oh, both enemies actually have a castle.
A ello.
And we will actually have to destroy them both. Hooray! Oh yeah, I guess I just realized that we left El Cid on that island with the Imam. He'll be fine.
Mande. Agora. Voy. Agora.
Wait until we have maybe another ram or so. Green is still making units, so I guess they might have some villagers somewhere, but You can see that they're really not making many. And that's what's important. Kind of overdid it on the farmers.
Mande. Construir.
Just a little bit.
Presta. Excavar.
Voy. Agora. De grado.
Go back to green space, see if there are still some villagers running around.
Sí.
Yeah, 5 rams should be plenty. Let's grab this relic too. Get fervor. Oh yeah, this relic as well. Last one is across the bridge. Oh, there's a bridge right here. And across it is the last relic.
Presto. Agora.
There's like a bunch of guard towers and stuff too. That's why I'm taking my time with this. I want to just throw a bunch of units away randomly, because that is something we do way too much.
De grado. Santiago. Mande. De grado. Sí, Santiago. Presto. Agora.
Oh, whoops. Guess it makes sense the swordsman would attack my rams. The gall of them fighting back.
Mande. Voy. Agora. Presto. A ellos.
And, you know, just power through with knights.
Sí.
And rams.
Presto.
What's a little unfortunate with the Cid campaign, and why I think it is, in my opinion, one of the weaker campaigns, is that these scenarios, like, you don't really get to feel like you're playing Spanish. Because, you know, these first two, you're in the Castle Age. I mean, I guess you can, you know, make good use of the full Castle Age tech tree of Spanish, which is pretty good.
Sí. A ellos.
But, I don't know. It feels like a lot more scattered in terms of fighting. It's not like you're going up against strong enemies, and it's the same thing in the next one. It's like just really easy to win pretty quickly.
Mande. Presto. Mande.
And then for 4, well actually for 3 and 4, you're playing as Saracens, not Spanish.
Agora.
Make sure I have enough monks for all the relics. Just taking down the towers, and then we'll send in the rams, then we'll kill the castle, then we'll take the relics, and then we'll bring them to the island and win.
Sí. A ellos. Presto. Agora.
Oh yeah, if you bring the relics to the mosque, before, like, one at a time, before you deposit all 4,
De grado.
they'll, you know, spawn in a bunch of war galleys, I think like 4 or 5 or something,
Agora. Voy. De grado.
and then, you know, they'll attack the monks and stuff.
Mande. Voy. Agora. De grado. Sí.
But
Voy.
I never really understood the point of that when you can just bring them all together at the end. Just use them for their relic gold generation.
Sí. De grado.
Alright, last relic's right here.
Presto. Voy. Mande. De grado. Agora. Santiago. Presto. De grado. Voy. Guerra. Sí. Mande. A ellos. Sí. Presto. ¡Hey!
Make sure I have enough room for my rams to not get DE pathinged.
Santiago. Sí. Voy. Agora. Presto. Mande. A ellos. Sí. Santiago. Mande.
Of course, the castle's on a hill.
Mande. Presto. De grado.
I think the Orange Castle was too. Yeah. God damn it.
Sí. Voy. Presto. De grado. Sí. ¡Hey! Mande. A ellos. Presto. De grado. Voy.
Come on.
Santiago.
Go.
De grado. Sí. Mandé. Ahora. Guerra. Sí. A ellos.
Where's my monk? I left him all the way over here. Great.
Agora.
Mandé. Presto.
Anyway, I think we killed all their production, so I don't think they can actually make any more military units. Well, I didn't kill all of Green's production, but I killed all of Orange's production. And we're in the process of killing Green's production. I think there are actually some stables over here as well. Yeah.
Agora.
You can just use our transport ship from earlier. Bring it down here.
Ser de grado. Agora. Presto. De grado. Sí. De grado. Plazme. Ser agora. Sí.
Here we go.
Plaz. Voy. Presto.
Okay, here's where you do need to be a little bit careful.
Voy.
If the monk takes, you know, the shortest possible path, which is what units are supposed to do in Age of Empires, they'll actually go out this gate and just get mowed down by all the towers. That happened to me last time I played this scenario. So, you have to be a little bit more hands-on. Because then, like, the relic dropped here, and then I just had to actually take out all of these towers and stuff. And it was ever so mildly annoying. See, they got some towers and walls and stuff.
Sí.
But we should be good to go.
Presto. De grado. Servidor. Mande. Agora.
I think El Cid has to come back as well, but I've just left him here the entire scenario.
Servidor. De grado.
Come on, little monker. But overall, not too hard of a scenario. Pretty... I think it can be a lot harder if you're not as aggressive as I am. But I know compared to a lot of people, I try to be as aggressive in the campaigns as possible. Just because it makes your life easier. Even Dash has strong opinions about it. Oh wait, are they all here? Oh, they are. Monk's just reading his scroll. I would zoom in, but I have that disabled. Lol.
Sí. Voy.
Nice that the Imam has a nice little house to live in.
They are taking the relics to the mosque on the island. Attack them!
Now that you have brought me these relics, the people of Toledo will listen to me, and I should be able to end the rebellion. Thank you for this noble act, my Cid.
Yep. They send 4 war galleys at you, which is perfect for the amount of monks we have. Hooray! So yeah, here's Orange's base. Like I said, they just have a bunch of towers and randomly walled gold mines. So it definitely makes more sense to attack Green's base first when you don't have any siege or anything.
Servidora.
Here's some stone you can gather if you really want it. I think there's some more stone over here as well. Yes, there is. But other than that, yep, that's pretty much El Cid 2.
Once again, the Cid emerged victorious and delivered the city to King Alfonso. Moor and Christian alike, shouted his name from the city walls and called him El Cid Campeador, my lord the conqueror. After nearly 400 years of Moorish rule, the city of Toledo
Oops, that was
ruled
me
by a
again.
Christian king.
It was me on both sides of it.
Alfonso was not satisfied. He accused the Cid of seeking personal glory at the expense of the crown. When he heard the peasants shouting the name of the Cid instead of Alfonso's own name, he became even more angered. I knew then that our contented lives in Castile were about to end.
That sounds about right. So, here are the stats. And that was the enemy of my enemy. Next time we will be sent into exile. Gasp. See you guys then.